name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, how is it you can become financially free? There's a little formula that I came up with just under a year ago, just over a year ago actually, in like January 2017, January 17, December 2016, which is P has got to be equal to or greater than E multiplied by a factor of 1.1 to 3 or 4 or 5 or 10. P is passive income, money where you've done the work once, you're now getting paid forever. E equals expenses, so all monthly expenses calculated together multiplied by a factor of 1.1 to 2 or 3 or 5. That factor is depending on your risk tolerance. So if you're very intolerant to risk, you want to multiply it by, say, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. If you're very tolerant of risk, it can be 1.1, 1.2 or 3 or 4 or 1.5. Because the idea is you want to take your expenses, these are your monthly outgoings, and then multiply it by, say, 1.5 or 2, so as to say that that's your monthly expenses with a little bit left over for a rainy day, or for investments, or for miscellaneous things, or unscrupulous spending. So your passive income has got to be greater than your expenses. It's as simple as that. But then, depending on risk tolerance, your expenses need to be multiplied by a factor to give yourself a margin of error in case of things go wrong. Very important. And becoming financially free is just about that. Ensuring your passive income, whether through dividends, your books, your property, or whatever it may be, Google AdSense, your business, whatever it is exceeding your expenses. And you can do whatever you want in life to become financially free, to escape what is called the rat race. You can do whatever you want. Property, dividends, business, who cares? You care. The only two real requirements are happiness and competency. To be competent and to be happy. And I've said this loads and loads of times, but it's key. You can do whatever you want so long as you're happy. It's an emotional requirement. And then also, you have to be competent at it. If you're not happy, you're going to get stressed. If you're not competent, you're wasting your time. But then you also got to ask yourself, the things you're working on, do you want to do this for the rest of your life? Do you want to be known for this on your deathbed, on your gravestone? Is this the reputation you want to create for yourself in the future? Is it really what you want to do? If no, or probably not, or no to too many questions and too many answers, then don't do it. Do something else. Everything makes money in this world. You can sell fertilizer, paper, chairs, wood, cables, remotes, pins, literally pins like these. Pins like these. It don't matter. You can make $1 million. There are a billion ways to make £1 million, but only 1 million ways to make £1 billion. Some dynamics. But being financially free, your passive income needs to exceed your expenses. That's pivotal. Because then it frees up your time, not having to worry about income, not to have to worry participate in the rat race, things like that. But that's what you want to aim for. Get your passive income to exceed your expenses by any means necessary. By any means necessary. And apparently, the more income streams you've got, the more diversified you are in case of a rainy day. Because it's worth also understanding that your passive income, your investments, are only going to be as strong as they are during the deepest, darkest recession. Your stock portfolio, for example, or your tenant's job, for example, is only going to be as strong or reliable or profitable when it is during a recession. And that's what's called the bottom of a market. It's not going to go anywhere, not going to go any lower. That's like the lowest point. And if that's the lowest point, and you're profitable still, you're profitable and financially free, then you know that during the good times, the boom times, you're going to be very comfortable. But you know for certain that even during the bad times, when the whole world is falling apart, for example, you know you're still financially free and still comfortable. That's what's called beta. Looking at your performance, for example, compared to a benchmark, and even when that benchmark goes down, does your how much does your investments, for example, go down in comparison compared to it? When it goes up, is it affected too much by it, or if it goes down, how much is yours affected by it? It's very important to understand alpha and beta investing. Beta, I think, is a smidgen more important, but this is going beyond the topic now. But still, it's worth understanding that all you've got is only going to be as strong as during a deepest, darkest recession, and that's worth understanding. So my question of the day to you is, what are you doing now to become financially free? I'm doing a few things. My answer for what I'm doing to become financially free is in the medium to long term, I'm going to be working like teaching English online for around 14 quid an hour. Okay, fine, cool, but it's from home, so really good leverage. From there, want to invest between 30 to 50% of that in shares into the dividends to grow a dividend portfolio. Do the work once, get paid forever. Access, not ownership. A whole other video topic. From there also, I want to fund a virtual assistant to create these little small knick-knacky books, like colouring books, for example, and joke books, other kind of things like that, to be sold at $1 gross per week. So the massive prerogative to create more and more and more content, just to sell it and just flog it online, essentially. While at the same time, creating these videos and other podcasts to increase reputation and awareness and trust and all the rest, and search engine optimization. But also at the same time, I'm trying to remember it now. There was something else, but I can't remember what it was now. No, that's it. So, English, dividends, podcasts, and books. So yeah, that's what I need to focus on, because the big mistake I made 2016 and early 2017 is I wasn't focused. So I'm focusing more, and I'm leveraging out, working on English most of the time to then fund investments. That's like part-time, like just spend a day or two finding the ones I really want and buy them, then sit on there, buy and compound, don't fuck around. Have a virtual assistant, create these books, create the instructions, and just there you do it, and create the videos in the free time. This video, the podcast, etc. So that's what I'm working on. A few different strategies. So let's focus down and let's get them working. How cool is that? But anyway, the question of the day is, what are you doing? Comment below. I'm very curious. In the meantime, however, remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?